So in this video, we are going to discuss the accounting for hire purchase transaction in the book of hire vendor. In the previous videos, we have discussed how we will record the accounting transactions in the books of hire purchaser. And for that, we explained three methods, that is full cash price method, actual cash price method, and interest suspense method. And for recording the transactions in the books of hire vendor, there are two methods, that is credit sale method and interest suspense method. So credit sale method is somewhat similar to full cash price method, that is almost similar to full cash price method. The only difference in the recording of transactions in the hire vendor is we have to prepare only one account, that is hire purchaser account. When we moving on to interest suspense method, we have to prepare interest suspense method, interest suspense account also. So while recording the transactions in the book of hire vendor, we have to prepare hire purchaser account. And the difference between hire purchaser account and hire vendor account is that the items that comes in the debit side of hire vendor account will become in the credit side of hire purchaser account, and likewise the items that is recorded in the credit side of hire vendor account will become in the debit side of hire purchaser account. Okay, so let us see what all are the journal entries that comes in the books of hire vendor. The first one is when the asset is sold on hire purchase. That is from the point of view of hire vendor, it is actually a sales is happening. Okay, that is when a hire purchaser and a hire vendor comes into an agreement on a sale of a particular asset through hire purchase system. Here from the point of view of hire purchaser, it means he is buying a particular asset from on the basis of hire purchase system, and at the same time at the point of view of hire vendor, it is actually like a sale. Okay, so he will record like the an asset is going from his business account, അവരുടെ ബിസിനസ് അക്കൗണ്ടിൽ നിന്ന് ഒരു അസറ്റ് പോകുന്നത് പോലെയാണ് കാണിക്കുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, സോ ദ ജേണൽ എൻട്രി ബിക്കംസ് ഹയർ പർച്ചേസ്ഡ് അക്കൗണ്ട് ഡേറ്റർ ടു ഹയർ പർച്ചേസ് സെയിൽസ് അക്കൗണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, ഹയർ പർച്ചേസ് സെയിൽസ് അക്കൗണ്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ക്രെഡിറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഹയർ പർച്ചേസർ അക്കൗണ്ടിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഡെബിറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, so the amount of cash price will be recorded for this journal entry. എത്രയാണോ നമുക്ക് ക്യാഷ് പ്രൈസ് തന്നിരിക്കുന്നത് ആ amount ആണ് ഈ പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ journal entryയിൽ നമ്മൾ റെക്കോർഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. And second is when down payment is received. From the point of view of hire vendor, when the hire purchaser pays the down payment, it means he receives the sum of money. That is, hire vendor receives a particular sum of money as down payment. So the asset named cash is increased in the book of accounts of hire vendor. So that we have to debit the cash account, and at the same time we have to credit the hire purchaser account. Okay, and moving on to the third one, when interest become due. From the point of view of hire purchaser, the journal entry becomes interest account debted to hire vendor, but from the point of view of hire vendor, the journal entry becomes hire purchaser account debted to interest account. Next journal entry is when an installment is received. The same journal entry for receiving the amount of down payment is repeated when the installment is received by the hire vendor. That is, cash is received as an installment. So cash account have to be debited and hire purchaser account have to be credited. So the journal entry becomes cash account debted to hire purchaser account. Next journal entry is for closing interest account. While preparing hire purchasers book of accounts, there we have to maintain hire vendor account as well as machinery account. So for machinery account, we have to find the depreciation also. So at the end of each year, we have to close both interest account as well as depreciation account. But in the case of preparation of books of hire vendor, we need not have to maintain a machinery account because the asset is already sold to the hire purchaser. So the hire vendor need not have to maintain any assets account, so that here we need not have to calculate the depreciation or no need to record the transactions or journal entries related with depreciation. Here the only thing that we have to close at the end of any year is the interest account. So for closing the interest account, the journal entry is interest account debtor to profit and loss account. Okay, so these are the main journal entries that we have to record in the books of hire vendor account. So let us see a question. The question is same as that we have taken to explain the accounting treatment for hire purchasers book. That is for recording in full cash price method, for actual cash price method, and interest suspense method. For explaining these three things, we have taken the same question. So the same thing is taken here in order to get an idea about what is the difference in recording this transaction. So the first question is, on 1st April 2010, Juhi and Company purchased a machine from Vehicle Industries on hire purchase basis. The cash price of the machine was rupees 25,000. The payment was to be made rupees 5,000 on the date of the contract and balance in 4 annual installments of rupees 5,000 plus interest at 5% per annum, payable on 31st December each year. The first installment is payable on 31st December 2010. Show journal entries and ledger accounts in the book of Vehicle Industries, assuming accounts are closed on 31st December. So the same, as I told, the same question is taken to solve this problem. Here we have to record the journal entries as well as ledger accounts in the book of Vehicle Industries, as Vehicle Industries are the hire vendors. We are directly moving on to the preparation of ledger accounts. So the hire vendor, that is Vehicle Industries, have to maintain an account named Juhi and Company. That is, Juhi and Company is the hire purchaser. So the first journal entry becomes when the asset is sold to Juhi and Company, and the journal entry is hire purchaser account debtor to hire purchase sales. So here the hire purchaser is Juhi and Company. So we have to record on the debit side of the Juhi and Company that on the date 1st April 2010, hire purchase sales, then the amount of cash price given in the question is 25,000. The next journal entry related with Juhi and Company is when the down payment is paid, and the amount and the journal entry for that is cash account debtor to Juhi and Company, and for that we have to record in the credit side, like by cash amount 5,000. Next is the journal entry for interest due. Journal entry for that is hire purchase account debtor to interest account. So we have to record it in the debit side of Juhi and Company account on the date 31st December 2010 to interest amount 750. And the next journal entry related with Juhi and Company is the payment of receiving of first installments amount. So the date for that is 31st December 2010, and we have to record it as cash, by cash amount 5,750. So all the things that is related with first year is completed. So we have to total both sides, and the total amount is 25,750, and we have to record it in both debit side as well as in the credit side, and the balance bill comes in the credit side of Juhi and Company account. Balance carried down as 15,000, and the same have to be brought down to the next year as opening balance. So the next entry that have to be recorded in Juhi and Company account is the journal entry for interest due. So on the date 31st December 2011, to interest, second year's interest is rupees 750, and on the credit side the journal entry for receiving of second installment have to be recorded. So the date is 31st December 2011, by cash amount 5,750. Again we have to total both sides, and the total amount is 15,750, and that we have to record in both sides, and the balance will come again in the credit side, and the balance carried down amount is 10,000. The same have to be brought down to the next year as opening balance, and again the journal entry for interest due will be repeated, and the date is 31st December 2012, to interest amount 500, and next journal entry is receiving of third installment 31st December 2012, by cash amount 5,500. Again we have to total both sides. The total amount is 10,500, and the balance amount is 5,000. the same have to be recorded as opening balance for the next year, that is 5,000 on the debit side of Duke and Company account, and again the interest due have to be recorded in the debit side, and the interest for the fourth installment is 250, and the installment amount that is received for the fourth year is 5,250. After completing 4 years, there will be nothing balance, so we have to total that account, and it comes 5,250. So this is the thing that we have to do while preparing a hire vendor account, hire purchaser account in the books of hire vendor. That is, we have to prepare only the Juhi and Company account or the hire purchaser account. Okay, so sometimes the question may ask to record the journal entries as well as ledger accounts in both the parties in the sense in the books of hire vendor as well as in the books of hire purchaser. So for recording the transactions or journal entries in the book of hire purchaser, you can follow full cash price method. At the same time, for recording the transactions in the book of hire vendor, you can follow credit sale method. If it is specifically mentioned to follow interest suspense method, you can follow that in both the preparation of hire purchases book of accounts as well as hire vendors book of accounts. Okay, thank you.